What's up, you guys? You're watching the Brawadis NBA show. I'm your host, Brawadis. I think this is the 8th episode. Thank you all for still watching. We're going to start off with, no doubt, the biggest news of NBA free agency so far. The decision was made yesterday. LaMarcus Aldridge is signing with the San Antonio Spurs. As a Suns fan, it kills me to say that. But before I get into my pain and sorrows, I'm going to start off by saying, how scary are the San Antonio Spurs going to be? Tim Duncan, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, and Tony Parker. I don't know if anyone can match that starting five. They just picked up a star for the future. Well, he's 29 years old, but I mean he's going to keep going for 6, 7, 8 more years. They didn't have to tank for a draft pick. They didn't have to trade to get the star. They got him in free agency. They didn't have to give anything up for him. Is that machine in San Antonio ever going to stop running? Are you kidding me? They're going to be a tough out. I think you put them in the top 3 in the West with OKC and Golden State automatically, if not number 1. They're going to be real good. Let's just say that. As a Suns fan, it hurts. They were runner-ups. You knew LaMarcus was going to San Antonio all along, so for the Suns to actually come in and give him second thoughts and maybe even consider signing with the Suns, you got to give them props. But at the end of the day, they're still searching for that star. I don't know how they're going to get it, but it's not LaMarcus Aldridge. They made a good run, honestly, but going home to San Antonio, going to his son, it was too much to pass up for LaMarcus. Congrats to the Spurs. They just landed the biggest fish in free agency. Next, we're going to go on to the best available free agents. The market's kind of drying up. All the big names are landing. But there's still some decent players that could help your squad. I have a little list right here. The restricted players that are most likely going to stay with their team, Reggie Jackson and Enes Kanter, they're still out there, but I honestly think OKC or Detroit are going to match any offer they get. Also, LeBron James and Marc Gasol, they haven't signed yet, but you know that they're going back to the Cleveland Cavaliers and Memphis Grizzlies respectively. But then there's Josh Smith, J.R. Smith, Brandon Bass, Amari Stoudemire, Mo Williams, Gerald Green. There's some players right there. Oh, and then there's David West, who I read the San Antonio Spurs are now targeting. Geez, if the San Antonio Spurs pick up David West along with LaMarcus Aldridge, I don't even know. Next, I want to talk a little bit about the Los Angeles Lakers. Me being a Suns fan, I'm speaking for all Suns fans, not just myself. We don't like the Lakers. We are not Laker fans. We're Laker haters if you want to call us. I don't care. But even me, I expected the Lakers would land at least one star in free agency, at least. And if not one of the top stars, I expected at least like a Greg Monroe, Tobias Harris. They got none of those. For one reason or another, whether it's the front office, whether it's Kobe, we don't know. The Lakers are not attracting stars. But yesterday they did pick up Roy Hibbert in what was a salary dump for the Pacers, so the Lakers didn't give up anything of significance. I really like that move for the Lakers for 2 reasons. One, he's an expiring contract. You're putting nothing in long-term money. You're not committing anything, long-term money, nothing on the books. Second, yeah, he's been pretty bad these last 2 seasons, but that's offensively. His defense goes underrated. He's one of the best rim protectors in the league. He's a pretty elite defensive center. The Laker fans are going to enjoy that. What I don't like, Laker fans, all over Twitter, oh, we just got an all-star for nothing. No, you did not. All-star Roy Hibbert was 2-3 years ago. You guys are not getting all-star Roy Hibbert. You guys are getting maybe a better Roy Hibbert than he was in Indiana last year because he's going to have a bigger role, but you guys are not getting all-star Roy Hibbert. I want to talk a little bit about the Cleveland Cavaliers. News just broke that they're targeting Joe Johnson in a trade with the Brooklyn Nets. You put Joe Johnson at that 2 guard, you have Kyrie Irving, Joe Johnson, LeBron James, Kevin Love, and Mozgov. This is a little premature, but that has to start getting you thinking about a Cavs and Spurs finals rematch. Different teams. LaMarcus Aldridge on the Spurs now, obviously. This would be Kyrie and Joe Johnson and Kevin Love, but nonetheless, Spurs, Cavs, finals rematch, LeBron, Duncan. I know it's still early, but geez, if the Cavs get Joe Johnson, and he's making $25 million next year, so that just shows that they do not care about going over the cap. paying the luxury tax. They're trying to win. LeBron wants to bring that title to Cleveland. I just honestly just saw this report. The Lakers have signed Lou Williams from the Toronto Raptors. I like that signing. I didn't see the contract terms or how much the salary is, how long it is. But right off the bat, Lou Williams. The Lakers need bodies. They had so much cap space and no one wanted to sign there. For them to get Lou Williams, he was one of the best free agents left on the market. He's gonna help their bench. Him and Nick Young, a lot of swag off that bench. No, really, the Lakers needed any help they could get. Lou Williams gonna be a big get. I like that. Last but not least, I just wanted to tell you guys that for my next video, I wanted to do a Q&A, question and answer. I want you guys to leave your questions down below in the comments. You know, anything about NBA, basketball, predictions, biggest steals of the offseason, like, you know, anything NBA. I'll kind of mention who asked that question, and in my next video, I'll give you guys answers to those questions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I did want to mention that a lot of tears did come out yesterday when LaMarcus Aldridge made his decision. I'm not ashamed of that. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get over it. I'm still not over it. Good luck to the Spurs. I wish he came to Phoenix. At least I'm not crying anymore, so there's that. But thank you guys for watching. Leave your questions below. Again, the link to where all the free agents have signed is going to be in the description. Enjoy the rest.